can't believe the difference that one fogger can make. My high temperature is normally 28 something. It's now heading towards 31. My humidity on a warm day, like today with the sunshine, hovers around 58, 59. It's down to 43. And I'm having to chuck water on the floor about every hour. And that's the difference between one working and one not working. So what I'm going to go and do now is go and get one of my old foggers and bring it down and just plug it in and turn it on. I'm not worried about hydrostats or mucking about with automation. I'm just going to force more humidity into here because that is too low and the temperature's too high. That pair of combinations there is not good. Things are going to start to suffer at that level. 28 is plenty high enough in here, and only when I can keep the humidity around 60%. A little bit lower I don't mind. But once you start getting over 30, plants are getting stressed. And when that humidity's down that low, they're getting very stressed. So I've now got a problem that I need to stop cooking my tea and go and deal with, and just get one of the old foggers out and just turn it on. Sometimes thinking overrides actions. Instead of struggling to go and get another fogger set up, why not open the door to the lounge? The lounge is currently at 24 degrees and at 60% humidity, and the fans will draw in air from here. So already I can see a slight rise in humidity and a bit of a drop in temperature, and the reading on the temperature gauge is not true because the sun's on it, so it's actually exaggerating it. So panic over, but I need another fogger, or I need a change in the weather, one or the other. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Tomorrow looks like it's going to be another day like today with nice blue sky, which is smashing for people who want to get out and about. It's beautiful. But it's no good for my garden. It's drying up, things are wilting, and it's no good in here. It's just too warm, and it's certainly not getting cooled down with the additional fog, which is a cool mist at the end of the day. A lot of people tend to forget the mist that comes out of these foggers is at a very low temperature. The mechanism that produces it really does cool that mist down. So I think I'll leave it for now and cross my fingers. It's now, what is it, 5 o'clock, so in another 2 hours the heat will drop as the sun gets lower in the sky. So panic over, I think, but if it's going to be like this tomorrow, I will set another fogger up. Right? The problem with opening the door is not only does the cooler air from the lounge go out in the grow room, the warmer air from the grow room comes into the lounge. So I'm going to sit here wilting while I have my tea. Anyway, a balance is required. So panic over, I think. It's only another couple of hours. It's not like it's a continuous thing. And we'll go from there. I'd forgotten that the two circulating fans have a setting number 3, hurricane force. And that's managed to get the temperature down a bit, but things are getting blasted around a bit. I'm going to add a bit of a rant on the end. Nothing to do with me, but indirectly it is. Those of us who create videos, the so-called creators, are limited by what YouTube lets us do. We're also limited by the software they allow us to use, which has bugs in it. It also has limitations. And I bet there's something hardly any of you know, that it also has politics. I've got a set of analytics that allow me to get down to an incredibly low level about the people who are watching my videos. I can't say I can actually find their actual address, but it's not far off. I can get down at a very, very low level. And I don't know how many billion people live in China, but there are no comments from the country China. So in amongst the software is politics, and that politics affects the way that you see YouTube depending on the country you are viewing from, yeah, and it affects the people who create the videos and load them depending on the country they are in when they load them. And all this stuff is going on in the background, and it affects what you see and what you're allowed to do. So when things go wrong with the software, sometimes they're not bugs, they're actually intentional. But whatever, whether it's bugs, intentional, whatever, us the creators have no control over it. We can only work with the tools we're given. So when things go wrong, don't have a go at the creator. They're doing the best they can within, you know, the boundaries that are set by others, often in countries different to where the individual lives. So yeah, pause for thought. Don't jump down the creator's throat when something doesn't quite work the way you expect it to. I mean, I've had perfectly innocent comments that have been stuck in spam, and I thought, well, there's nothing wrong with the content of the comment. There's no links in it, there's nothing dodgy in it, it's got no sort of linked viruses associated with it. It's a perfectly ordinary comment, but YouTube has stuck it in spam, and I often wonder why, and sometimes I try and find out. So the first thing I do is go and have a look at the channel, and that will tell me in the main what country the channel's in. Pause for thought. But at the end of the day, an awful lot of the people leaving comments on our YouTube community videos have no channel content. All they've done is set up the absolute basic channel, sometimes without even a picture, just a capital letter, so that they can leave comments and join in with the conversations and join in with the community. I've got no problems with that whatsoever, but I have got a problem when somebody like that is picked on and their comment is stuck in spam, because I can't find the reason, which annoys me. There's nothing wrong anywhere. The channel has no comment. The only thing I can think of is perhaps that individual got involved with something very, very iffy on somebody else's channel and got marked, because you can get marked. You join in very iffy conversations about things that YouTube people don't like, you can get a mark against your channel, and then when you try and venture out and leave comments in other places, you'll get a strike and you don't even know it's happening. Yeah, but nonetheless, we are all governed by the YouTube rules and the politics behind the scenes. We have no control. So please don't have a go at the creators when something goes wrong. Chances are they've just done everything they can to do it in a, you know, in a nice possible way, and keep everything straight. And things go wrong. I think the expression is, shit happens. Yeah, well, live with it. Don't have a go at an individual just because something didn't go your way or something seemed to be wrong, and on the surface it may have appeared to be their fault. Well, 9 times out of 10 it flipping well isn't their fault. It's YouTube and glitches and software bugs and politics. End of rant. And opening the doors done the job. Temperature's dropping, humidity's rising very, very slightly, and I can live with that until tomorrow, which is another day, and first thing in the morning I can decide what I'm going to do. See you next time.